Alright, this is gonna be the trade recap from August 12th. I wasn't able to upload this yesterday because I was moving over a bunch of stuff over to my drive, which took the entire day since I have a bunch of videos. And essentially, the video yesterday took about 8 hours to upload just because it was about an hour long. So I'm trying to make these recaps a lot shorter and straight to the point. So let's get right to it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start recapping this because I gotta make it quick because the market already opened for Wednesday. But essentially, so we were bullish on the 4 hour time frame. We got to break a structure right here on the 4 hour time frame, and then we go ahead and scale into the 1 hour, and we broke structure above here as well. So we got a bullish bias on both time frames. So what am I going to wait for? Either a super liquidity on the 1 hour time frame, a 5-minute super liquidity within a 5-minute for rally gap, or a 5-minute super liquidity within a 15-minute for rally gap, or a 15-minute super liquidity within a 15-minute for rally gap. And as you could tell, once we go ahead and scale down into the 15-minute time frame, we did sweep some. Okay, so it wasn't a 15-minute low, it was a 5-minute low. But we were also within a 5-minute and a 15-minute for rally gap alongside of that, as well as I believe this was an hourly for rally gap. So we were tapped into all those. So we got a 5-minute super liquidity. We had a bullish bias going into the day already as it was. So since it was a little bit here. Okay, so it was an hour for rally gap. Alright, so as soon as I see that 15-minute super liquidity, just because we are within for value gaps, that's already me looking for an entry, right? So I'm going to go ahead and scale down into the 1-minute time frame and start looking for entries. Alright, and so we have an inverse value gap here. We have a 1-minute break of structure here with that 5-minute super liquidity within that 5-minute and that 15-minute and the hourly for value gap. Cool. So we go ahead and sweep that, stops underneath that liquidity sweep. So now what am I going to wait for? A regular for value gap to be tapped. And as you can tell, we tap into here, but honestly, entry could have been here, but I wanted to get a little bit more confirmation and get a break of structure to the upside. So I went ahead and waited for that candle to close up here, but essentially if I really wanted to, I could have just entered down here once we tapped into this for value gap. Would have been a lot better entry, but it just got more secure off of that 5-minute break. And then as you can tell, TPs were smacked. All right, cool. And then on NQ, we did have a split bias, and we didn't see any for value gaps, so we liked on either of those. So we could have an entry depending on what we got a sweep on. So on the 15-minute, we didn't really see a sweep of anything, and on the hourly, we marked out our hourly low and our hourly high, and we didn't see jack shit. So that's why we didn't find an entry on NQ. Because our low would have been down here. Oh, that's on the 4 hour, fuck. So this would have been the 1 hour sweep right here. And as you can tell, we never got a sweep of that, nor swept any 15-minute lows. We should have just got to push to the upside.